I'm in. Hello. Thanks, Renee, for joining. Yay! Hello. Hello, T. Hello, Nina. Hello, Victor. Uh, so, and the Renee in the background. Meron pa. Yes. Mirna is also online, pero no video. Hello. It's it's okay. So, yan. Ah, kamusta? So, it's funny ito. I will increase the volume. Di ba may mga new yoga tools ako? Remote control, mouse, and then cell phone. Can you guys see me? All right. Um, So what we're gonna try and do today is maybe have some fun. Nakakatawa yung goal natin. Have some fun. Hindi siya pose, hindi siya. We'll try to have some fun. You know what? I just realized. Bako titingin dapat. Ito pala. Ito pala ako titingin dapat. I just realized that since nasa bahay tayo, marami tayong pwedeng props, no? We have a lot of props. So, we have an abundance of yoga props, and we have an abundance of poses that we can try. So, maybe in the next few weeks, weeks talaga, no? Maybe we'll explore some of the things that we're working on. Maybe another pose or what, medyo kakaiba. Anyways, at least you're more comfortable nasa bahay kayo. Hindi kayo kailangan mahiya. Di ba? Cool? So enough about me. I want to hear, how about you guys? Are you doing well? Despite the craziness of staying at home? Okay pa. Sige. We'll start na muna. Let's find an easy, comfortable seat. And we'll start to ground down. We'll allow the breath to fill up our lungs. And we'll allow our exhales to escape out of our breath. Let the sit bones root down to the floor. And let your spine be tall. Let the crown of your head reach up for the ceiling. We'll set an intention for today. I think it's very important nowadays, especially these kinds of things happening around us. We'll set an intention. So the intention that we're doing for our yoga today is be able to observe a little bit more mindfully what's happening outside, what's happening inside our body, what's happening inside our minds. And that mindfulness, hopefully we translate that into a little bit more calm, a little bit more introspection, a little bit more peace inside. Allow your spine to really lift up as you take a long inhale in. And it will all exhale out. We'll all inhale in. And we'll exhale the air out that we have inside. A few more breaths. Inhaling in. And then exhaling out. And then we'll allow the gaze, internal gaze, to start to look down. We open our eyes. We blink the eyes open. We'll go ahead and start to move a little bit. We'll reach the arms up. So, habang nakaupo tayo, we'll reach as high as we can. Inhaling in, and then we'll slowly lower the hands down to the side. We'll do that a few more times at your own pace. While I'm watching the others. Inhaling in. And then exhaling down. Inhaling in. And then exhaling down. One more. Inhaling in. And then exhale down. All right. We go ahead and inhale. Arms will lift up. We'll start to bend your right elbow. So magmi-mirror ako ngayon. Right elbow. Pull your right elbow up. And then we'll start to stretch out the sides of your right ribs, right armpit. Take a moment to breathe here. As we exhale, we lower the hands down. We'll inhale and reach the arms up. We'll bend this time the left elbow. We'll pull the left elbow up. Let's allow the right side to stretch near the armpit. Just turn from left to right, right to left. Just like a monkey. The joke lang. All right, we'll go ahead and release the hands down to the side. This time we'll reach the arms back. We'll interlace the fingers. We roll the shoulders back. We start to reach your arms away from the body. Allow the chest to puff forward. Allow the arms to reach as far back as you need. Kahit gaano kalayo na pwede. Some of you will stay with the arms just floating behind, or maybe some of you might want to press the hands down and then push the chest up. Take a few moments here, and we'll slowly go back to center. We'll release, hands down to the side. We'll have the hands down at the top of your mat. We'll uncross your shins at the back. We pass by just tabletop, and then we sit down in your child's pose. So mag-child's pose muna tayo. And in your child's pose, we'll make this more active. So as we're reaching your butt back towards your heels, then we go ahead and reach your hands towards the top part of your mat. We'll stretch out your shoulders. And then as we stretch out your shoulders, so karamihan, most of us will have the chest really sunk down. We'll start to press up and then start to power up the shoulders. So we'll lift the chest away from the floor with the hands still on the mat. And it will slowly go ahead and melt back down. We press the hands down again. We start to move the chest away. And then we lower down. We press. We power up the shoulders. We'll go ahead and start to walk the hands slightly back. We'll find your tabletop. We'll start to shift your hips forward over your knees. And in your tabletop, we'll just go ahead and take your cat and cow. We'll drop the belly down and inhale. Exhale, we round the back and exhale. You drop the belly down, the chest moves forward and up. Exhale, we round the back, the upper back reaches up for the ceiling. We drop the belly down, the tailbone goes up. As we pull and exhale in, we allow the tailbone to curl under your hips. Do that a few more times. Take a few breaths more doing your cat and cow. Exhaling to your... We'll drop the chest down. We will retract the shoulders. Yeah, very good. We'll press down. Upper back rounds. Very nice. We'll drop the chest down. The shoulder blades move towards each other. So, kita natin, CT actually, kita yung shoulders. You can see that their shoulders move away, shoulder blades move away and towards each other. So we'll go ahead and do this. I'm gonna term this shoulder elevators. So we'll just go ahead and move and warm up your shoulders just like that. Pwedeng bilisan, pwedeng bagalan. And once it's sufficiently warm enough, we'll go ahead and tuck the toes under. We'll start to lift the knees. We'll power up your shoulders so that we can just float the knees off the floor. We'll take maybe 5 of the shoulder elevations or elevators that we've been practicing with the knees off the floor. Once we're done with your 5th, we push your hips up and back, dragging your hands forward. We take your first downward facing dog. Your first downward facing dog, let's go ahead and press your hands down, almost like dragging the top of your mat forward and your feet dragging the mat backwards. So splitting the mat in 2. You take a long inhale here. And then maybe for some, you'll start to pedal your feet if that feels good. For some, we'll start to step one leg back and across. We'll take a few more cycles of breath, just like that. And then just 5 more cycles so that we end up in a steady downward dog eventually. Take a long breath in and out. Inhaling in through your nose. Exhaling out. We'll go ahead and look forward. We'll walk to the top of the mat. Lalakad tayo sa taas. We're gonna start to lift the chest halfway. So we flatten the back. Your knees can be slightly bent. We do not have to stretch the hamstrings too much today. And then we'll fold over your legs. We'll slowly roll one vertebra at a time with the head coming up last. We're in your mountain pose, Tadasana. Keep your shoulders neutral. Hands to the sides of your hips. You can square your feet hip width apart so that you're more stable in your Tadasana. We ground down with our feet. We start to reach your arms up. Angat tayo as much as possible. As we reach up, the ribs, we pull them in. We keep your ears in between your arms. Exhale, we fold at the hips, we reach down for the floor. We go ahead and lift the chest halfway. We slightly the knees. We'll fold again, and then we'll sweep the arms up. Hands to heart center, down to the side. We'll go ahead and do that 2 more times. We sweep the arms up. Exhale, we will fold. We go ahead and lift the chest halfway forward. We will release down, melt over your legs. We'll come all the way up. Hands to heart center, and then down to the side. We'll sweep the arms up. And then we'll fold over your legs. We go ahead and lift the chest halfway forward. We will fold. We'll come all the way up. Hands in front of your heart. Down to the side, mountain pose. We'll start to move a little bit more actively. We'll sweep the arms up. And then we'll fold, reaching down for the floor. For some of you, we'll start to straighten your knees a little bit so that you can start to feel the stretch in your hamstring. And then we'll go ahead and press the palms down. If the palms do not meet the floor, pag naka-straight yung legs, bend the knees. Okay lang, just for this transition. We're gonna go ahead and press both palms down. We'll step your right foot back, left foot back. We use your toes to push yourselves over your hands. So we're in your high plank. We're gonna go ahead and start to squeeze your armpits in. Squeeze the armpits in strongly. Parang may iniipit kayong bola in between your elbows. Good. And then from here, we're gonna lower your knees down. Untuck your toes at the back. We'll shift forward. So we're leaning a lot forward. We squeeze the armpits slightly, mas konti na lang because we're reaching forward. We're gonna bend the elbows any amount. Some of you will just bend a few inches. Some of you will bend halfway. We'll lift up. We'll shift back to your tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's lift your right leg off the floor. We'll shift forward again, using your toes to reach forward. We're gonna pull your right knee in close to the chest. As close as possible so that when we step, we lightly land the right foot in between your hands. Left heel goes down, arms will go up. And then we'll take your Warrior One. From your Warrior One, hands go down to the floor. We'll step back. And then downward facing dog. We'll lift the left leg up. We'll reach the left foot forward. Right heel down, sweep the arms forward and up. We're at your Warrior One, second set. Hands will go down to the floor. Press the hands down. Step back to plank. We'll lower the knees down. We'll shift forward. Slight squeezing of the armpits in as we bend the elbows towards the back. We press up to your tabletop. Tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Hips will go up and back. We'll just take 3 breaths here. Inhaling in. And exhaling out. Inhaling in. And then exhaling out. One more inhale in. As we exhale, we look forward. We will step, hop, or jump. We lift the chest. We fold over your legs. We'll come all the way up. Hands to heart center and down to the side. We'll sweep the arms up, mindfully thinking about what's happening in your body here. As we exhale, fold, feeling every sensation in the body. Lifting the chest halfway forward. Bend the knees, both palms will go down to the floor. We're going to step both feet back to your plank. From your plank, knees will go down. We'll shift forward, a modified chaturanga. Shoulders shrug, armpit squeeze, bending the elbows back. Some of you will stay halfway. Some of you will just bend a few inches. And then we'll shift back. Tabletop. Straighten the arms. Hips will go back. Tuck the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Aangat natin. Right foot off the floor. We shift forward. Right foot steps to the top of the mat. Left heel goes down. Keeping the arms forward and up. Right side, warrior one. We'll open the chest to your left. Arms will reach wide. Warrior two will look forward towards your right fingertips. We'll stay here. Interestingly, while you're staying here, I want you to start to feel your shoulders here. May reason kung bakit kayo naka-reach the arms to the side. And maybe you'll notice that your arms are a bit heavy, just like mine. It's so hard to keep them up. As you're doing this, can you start to feel the muscles that are working? And then we'll slowly windmill the hands down to the floor. Press down, stepping back to plank. From your plank, we lower the knees down. We shift a lot forward, slight squeezing of the armpits in, bending the elbows. Inhale back to your tabletop, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Left leg will lift up. Left foot steps forward, right heel goes down. Circle the arms forward and up, warrior one. We'll open the arms to the side into your warrior two. We'll keep your arms hanging here. Parang kanina, mga 5 cycles of breath. And we'll start to feel where your body is working the most. Is your body working the most in your legs? Or is it working over your shoulders? May reason ba kung bakit ito yung parusa dati ng mga magulang na naka-arms to the side? Ang bigat, no? We'll keep the arms here. And then we'll slowly windmill the hands down to the floor. Palms down, stepping back to your plank. Some will start to explore a full chaturanga. Keeping the knees off or lowering the knees down. Shifting forward, everybody. Squeeze the armpits in. We bend the elbows so that they point slightly backwards. Inhaling to your upward facing dog. We push your chest forward. We float your hips. We float your thighs. We drive the shoulders away from the ears. We tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, let's dig down our hands. And then we'll start to drag your hands forward without actually lifting them up from your mat. We lengthen the spine. We move the tailbone away from your head. We go ahead and look forward. We can step, hop, or we jump. Lifting halfway, and then we'll fold. We'll come all the way up. Hands are heart center, down to the side. We circle the arms up here. We fold over your legs. We reach the chest forward halfway. Bending the knees. Fingers touch the floor. We're stepping your left foot as far back as we can. We're gonna have your right arm press on the outside of your right leg. And it will start to reach your left arm up in your side angle pose. So, iba yung gagawin natin ngayon with the side angle pose. The hand is outside. You're gonna squeeze that arm inwards. And see how that feels, that squeezing of the arm inwards. And both hands will go down to the floor. We step back to your plank. Find a vinyasa of your choice. Either a full chaturanga upward dog, downward dog, or maybe shifting directly to your downward facing dog. We'll go ahead and lift your left leg up. We'll step the left leg forward. We will squeeze your left arm against your left leg. We squeeze that in. We reach your right arm up. Nag-iiba ba siya when you start to turn? Nag-iiba ba ang feeling? Does it change the complexion of the muscles in your shoulders as you squeeze and open your chest? We lower both hands down. We step back to your plank. And it will take a vinyasa of choice, ending in a downward facing dog. Taking long breaths in. Long breaths out as you move. Allow the breath to guide you. Allow the breath to calm you. Allow the mind to anchor to your breath when there is no movement. You look in between your thumbs, step, hop, or jump to the top, lifting halfway, and then we'll fold. We'll come all the way up, reaching the arms up, hands to heart center, and then down to the side. I'm gonna add a few more movements in your sun salutation, in my sun salutation also. So we're gonna reach the arms up here, and then we'll fold. We'll transition down, hands down to the floor. We step back to your plank. We lower the knees down. We lower your forearms down. We press your forearms down to the floor. We're gonna go ahead and walk your feet back, and we'll take your forearm plank. Medyo mabigat sa core. So, if that's the case, knees will go down. Just pressing down with your forearms, lifting the chest as far away as you can from the mat. We'll lower both knees down. We'll go ahead and start to walk your hands back into your Virasana. We're sitting down on our heels. We're gonna go ahead and sit back upright. So we're gonna do a few movements here. I've modified a lot of movements, so magiging kakaiba siya. It's a Vashisthasana, side plank, but there's a variation that we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna demo it first so that you have an idea what it looks like. So I'm gonna set up for Vashisthasana. So either a plank or I'm gonna lower one knee down. So I'm gonna start with the left foot out of the mat. My right leg, I'm leaning onto the inside edge of my right foot, and then I'm gonna lift my right arm up. This is your Vashisthasana. That's the first one, but we're gonna modify this. So ang gagawin ko, working with my shoulders, working with the front of my chest, I'm gonna turn my chest down towards the mat. I'm gonna use my right arm. I'm gonna shoot that under. I'm gonna reach. And then for some, it's enough. For some, you can actually lift and the chest might be already facing the other side. And then we go back up. Right. We'll go ahead and do that. May iba, feeling more adventurous. Alam ko, marami sa inyong adventures. You can step both feet back, and then we'll turn. Ooh, that was hard. And then we'll lift up. Squeeze, turn, and then we'll lift. We'll just take 5 on this side, resting if the wrists feel too much of pressure. And then I'll do 5 also of my own. 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. So we're moving just the shoulders here, very mindfully moving. Hands will go down, we'll find your plank, maybe sitting down in on your heels if we need a little bit of rest. We'll take the second side. We'll walk back to a plank. This time, right knee goes down, right foot goes out, pivoting at the knee. We lower the inside of your left leg down. I'm gonna do it sideways so that you can see. So the bottom leg is just for support. And then we're lifting your left arm up. So itong left arm natin will be just an accessory so that we sort of dial in kung gaano kadaming resistance. The movement actually comes from the shoulder that's bearing the weight. So we're gonna shoot the arm under, and you'll start to feel the muscles of that shoulder work, and then we lift up. So yung iba will be adventurous, and then open. And 3, and then 4, takes a lot of concentration, and then 5. We'll either sit down, child's pose, either Virasana, or any comfortable seat that we need. Right. So we're doing the second part. So I'm not sure if you've noticed, we're really working your shoulders. Shoulders, chest, a little bit of triceps, but really stability on the shoulders. Ang goal natin, bago tayo lumabas sa mga bahay natin, makapag forearm stand tayo. All right. So the next one that we're gonna do is sort of like a forearm stand. So we're doing a forearm stand, or I mean a forearm plank, but we're gonna focus on rounding just your upper back, your hips a lot lower than your shoulders, so that we're loading up your shoulders. We're loading up your core, stabilizing everything. Ang gagawin natin dito, yung toes natin, we'll use that to push ourselves forward. Your face is very close to the mat, but you're very confident that you're not gonna fall because you're pressing down. We shift backwards. Forward. And then your 5th. We'll shift back, lower the knees, and a long breath out. Allowing your breath to quiet down the mind again. Last 3 cycles of breath. Then if you're in your child's pose, we'll just shift forward to tabletop. If you're in your thunderbolt pose, we'll just walk on forward to your tabletop. We'll tuck the toes under. We'll go ahead and start to lift your knees. Press your hands down. Round your upper back. Squeeze your armpits in. We'll shift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Right leg will lift. Right foot will step forward. And then arms will go up. Warrior 1. Warrior 1 will open the arms into cactus arms, goalpost arms. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to pull your elbows back so that the chest is a lot forward than your elbows. Good. We pull a lot. Can we have your thumbs point backwards and start to turn them extra so that the thumbs will point out? Ooh, that was hard. We go ahead and release both hands down to the floor. Palms down, stepping back to your plank, taking a vinyasa. We all meet in your downward dog. And in your downward facing dog, we'll step your left foot forward, lower down your back heel, arms will go forward and up. We'll start to have your goalpost arms again. Very strong arms. Show your guns to the video. We're gonna pull your elbows back. The thumbs, they're pointing back. You're gonna externally rotate extra. The thumbs will point outwards. Woo, that feels hard. You feel it in your upper back. And then we'll release, hands go down to the floor. Step back to your plank. This time, either knees down or knees off will shift forward. We will lower down, completely down to the floor. We will lie down on our belly. All right. We'll take a variation of your locust pose. So what we're doing here is we'll start to reach your arms up, away from your feet in locust pose. Arms forward, Victor. Harap, yes. So reach forward. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and you can keep your legs grounded for now. We're lifting your arms off the floor. The chest, you can lift the chest off the floor. We're gonna go ahead and reach your arms to the side, just like flying. We'll flip the palms up. As you flip the palms up, can you lift your hands higher, retracting your shoulder blades towards each other? We lower down, we reach forward, we neutralize the external rotation. The hands will go down, the chest will go down. You can rest down on your chin or on your forehead. We'll take a few more, just like that. We'll ground down your feet. We're lifting your arms up. We can lift the chest up. We'll start to reach your hands back. An external rotation happens so that the palms will face up to the ceiling. So your thumbs, initially it's pointing forward. You're gonna start to sweep them backwards, passing by the pointing up. Yeah. We start to retract the shoulders. Pull the shoulder blades towards each other. We're gonna relax, reach the arms forward. We lower down and rest on your chin or on your forehead. Take a long breath in and a long exhale out. 2 more cycles of breath. And then we'll do 1 more. Inhaling in, exhaling out. We're gonna go ahead and start to lift your arms. Lift the chest if that's okay with you. We're gonna reach your hands back. We're gonna go ahead and start to turn, externally rotating the arms. Also reach up. You're gonna retract your shoulders. You're gonna work your shoulders a lot harder today. Anyways, tomorrow is a weekend. You're gonna go ahead and retract the shoulders. Kaya ba nating itaas yung kamay mas malayo sa sahig? We work, we lift, We turn and reach the arms forward. Hands will go down to the floor. Ooh. Did you feel it in your shoulders? I felt it in mine. I'm gonna go ahead and walk my hands back beside my ribs. I'm gonna pull my elbows in. You lift and find your back bend or up dog. Tuck the toes under. Press your hands down. We lengthen the spine. Your tailbone moves away from your hands. On your next exhale, you will keep pressing. You look forward. We will step hop or we will jump to the top of the mat. Lifting the chest. And then we'll fold. And then we'll come all the way up. Hands to heart center. And then down to the side. We'll stay in Tadasana. So we're starting to cool down. We'll just shake your arms around. We'll swing your arms to the front and back. Maybe we'll do circumduction, rolling your arms around, forward and back, forward and back. If you're having a bit of fun, one arm will go the opposite way. Needing a lot of control. And then we'll do this. And then we'll release. We'll go ahead and bend your knees. Lower your hips down. Sort of like Utkatasana. But we're going to go ahead and place your weight onto your right foot. We'll lift the left leg up. We'll cross the leg very near each other. Yeah. We'll reach the arms wide. This time, right arm over the left arm. And then we'll have your palms touch, maybe your forearms touch, maybe just hugging your elbow in. This is your Garudasana, your eagle pose. If balance is an issue, you can just take it with just standing up. We'll go ahead and take a few more breaths. Some of you will stay here. Some of you will start to roll the elbows around. And then we'll go ahead and find the center. And we'll go ahead and release. We'll do the second side. We go ahead and find your sort of Utkatasana. We place your weight onto your left leg. We lift the right leg over the left leg. Oh, that's good. You can use the wall, just like Victor is doing. You can use the wall to stabilize first. And we're going to have your arms out to the side. This time, left elbow over the right. Maybe interlacing your forearms and your palms. You can find a point that does not move so that it helps out with your balance. You can stand up. We will move the elbows away and slightly up away from your chest in your Garudasana. Some of you will start to roll the elbows around, finding a lot of focus so that you can stay in this very tricky shape, balancing and moving. And then we'll release the hands out to the side. We'll uncross your legs. And then we'll find your Tadasana. We'll go ahead and fold over your legs. We will step your feet back, sort of like stepping to plank. But we're going to lower your knees down. We will take your tabletop. From your tabletop, we'll plant your hands down. We'll straighten your elbows a lot. What we're going to do is we're going to drop the chest down Allow the shoulder blades move towards each other. And then, instead of just going up and down, ang gagawin natin, we're gonna roll your shoulders around. So your shoulders move forward, up and back. You can do one at a time, or you can do both. And then we'll just take 5 more cycles of breath here. 4, 3, 2. You can keep your hands planted. You can just saw your shoulder blades towards each other. And then we're going to go ahead and sit on our heels. Thunderbolt pose. So go ahead and have your arms reach out to the side and then reach back, interlacing your fingers. You roll your shoulders back. You reach your arms away from your body, pushing your chest forward. Allowing your chest to expand. Allowing your shoulder blades to meet. We'll take just 3 more cycles of breath. And then we'll slowly release. While here, you can stay in Virasana if this is okay with you. Or you can just switch to your Sukhasana. We're going to do some twists while we're here. So either configuration is fine. What we're going to do is we'll first turn to the right. Use the left hand to pull your chest and face the right side. Take a few breaths here. Pwede natin idagdag the neck. You can start to turn and look behind you. And then we'll slowly look forward, release the twist. We continue the turn. We face the left side. Your right hand helps you out, opening the chest. Some of you will stay here. Some of you will start to look over your left shoulder. Take a few more moments here. And it will slowly exhale, look forward, and it will release the twist. We'll extend your legs to the front. Or if you're not yet in the middle of your mat, you're gonna scoot forward. We'll go ahead and lower down on our back. We'll end up in Savasana. So you can stay in Savasana. I'll just stand up so that you can see. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we're retracting your shoulders, so open the chest. Allow your hands, your arms, to really feel heavy so that they're pressing down onto your mat. Allow the back of your head to press down to your mat. Allow your heels, your legs to press down on your mat. So all the resistance is from the floor. We're pressing the body down. We take an inhale here. We keep pressing down extra. And then as we exhale, we'll release and allow the body to soften. Allow the breath to soften. Allow the mind to soften. And at this point, since the body is relatively steady, the mind might start to wander. It might start to go around and look into different parts of your consciousness. We'll start to quiet down the mind, just like the clouds that we've been seeing outside. As the sky is a lot more clear, we see the clouds go past by, we imagine our thoughts to be like clouds. With no attachment, we let them pass by, knowing that maybe there's another thought or cloud that will come by, and we'll just let that go. As we allow your thoughts to just pass across the canvas inside your mind, we know that we are able to quiet down the mind when we need it. We are the master of ourselves. We'll stay here for a few more minutes. I'll mind the time for you, and I'll call your attention when we're done. In the next few cycles of breath, we allow the senses to slowly seep back in, recognizing the world that's around, hearing the sounds around you, feeling the clothes on your body touching your skin. We start to wiggle our toes and our fingers. We'll draw our feet together. We'll reach your arms overhead. We'll interlace your fingers and press your palms back. Point your toes forward. Take your longest inhale. Take the longest exhale you can make today. We'll release your fingers. We'll go ahead and bend the knees, and we'll have the feet down onto the floor. Let's roll over to any side, and then we'll press down and we'll lift ourselves up to an easy and comfortable seat. Let the hands meet in front of our hearts. We'll let the heart rise, and we'll let the mind bow. May your days be healthy. May your mind be filled with peace. Namaste. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great weekend. Keep safe, keep healthy, and keep yourself sane. Thank you. Have a great night. Bye bye. Bye. Bye bye.